President Trump said he'd sort out peace in Ukraine on day one back in office. On day three, he did try to put the squeeze on Russia's President Putin. He stated, where else of course but on social media, that Mr Putin should make a deal and end the war. Otherwise, Mr Trump said he would put tariffs on Russian imports. In the conflict, Russia's drones aren't just targeting Ukrainian troops, but city-dwelling civilians with bloody consequences, as we'll see. We filmed with one of the Ukrainian units whose job it is to try to shoot down the drones.
To the left of the telegraph pole, the drone team spots its prey, opening fire to bring it down. We join the Ukrainian army's drone hunters in their 24/7 battle to thwart Russian aerial attacks. Drones have changed the nature of this war. Cheap, light and hard to detect. When laden with explosives, they are lethal. And the only way to down them is to shoot them out of the sky. How constantly are Russia sending the drones? Every day, Sergei tells me. He says the Russians often send a wave of drones before they start shelling in order to distract Ukrainian defences. Every part of this country now has a drone defence unit. And they are constantly busy. So on here, they've got the locations of the drone operating teams that are out in the field and also the locations of where the drones are coming in from. It means that they can deploy quickly to try and shoot them out of the sky. Drones are a new way of waging war and tactics are constantly changing. Until 2022, Victor was a beekeeper. Now he's on the front line of the Ukrainian defence.
How do I describe it? There is a big threat, and we are making a very big contribution. We go out every day and every night. We do a good and great job. I mean, it's not a good and great job, but it's a very useful job. We protect our land and our families.
It's not always possible to provide that protection, and the consequences of drones breaking through are dreadful. As well as targeting the front line, drones are now being used to hit civilians in their homes and on the roads.
They are deliberately chasing people and they are testing their drone strike skills on the civilian population. These things are so destructive. If one hits a house, it means almost complete destruction.
And so these new units hone their skills every day as Russia increases the number of drones it sends over. When the drones come in, they come in great swarms, and from the ground it's impossible to know which ones are armed and which ones are not. So they've got to try and shoot them all down, because if even one gets through that's laden with explosives, it can do the most dreadful damage. Every downed drone is a win for these teams. One less weapon to be used against this land and its people. Emma Murphy, News at 10, Ukraine.